Hi guys, it's Andrea here with Create Your Future. Today I will make a video about how to use the unwanted circumstances from your 3D reality in your favor when you want to manifest your X, your SP. But before I start, I wanted to let you know that Create Your Future gives away a free course, how to find your blocks to manifest anything you want fast. You will find the link in the descriptions below. Also, if you would like to work with me on one-on-one, I still have the 50% off on my one-on-one coaching. You will also find the link in the descriptions below. So I would like to talk with you guys about a client success story, how she used, how we talked about it, and how she started to use all the unwanted circumstances what showed up in her 3D reality in her favor. And I would like to tell you that it doesn't matter the topic on where you want to manifest. It can be related to SP, to your ex, to money, work related, friendship, family. It makes no difference. The thought processing, it's the same. So my client was so fixating on everything what it happened in the 3D reality that she was always getting off track of her mental diet, because every time she saw something on social media or she heard something from a common friend, she always forgot about her desire and she always forgot about what she wanted, and she was ruminating for a long time on what that person said, did, what she heard from the story, and based on her previous pattern, on the previous programming what she have in her mind, she always came up with so many unwanted situations what it didn't even occur yet, but she already had deep conversation about how it's going to happen, what is going to happen, that she completely lost track of her mental diet, and she always manifested the same unwanted circumstances because she always forgot about her mental diet, basically. And it's very, very easy to get in that pattern, because always remember that our mind, it's like, and I'm really sorry if I repeat myself, but this is really important. We are conscious about 5% of our thoughts, and 95% it's in our subconscious mind. And there it comes the best tool what you can use in your favor when you look at your reality. Because we don't know what's going on in our subconscious mind, because it's running in the back of our mind. It's like a program what it comes since we were little. Everybody and everyone and every circumstances what it was around us since we born, we are programming a program in our mind, and then it runs subconsciously in the back, and all the pattern and situations and the solutions for that situations what we learned before, that's gonna give us an example and we're gonna keep using that pattern to solve everything in our life until we just realizing what we are doing, we stop that pattern and we try to reprogram our subconscious mind. And why is so useful the 3D? It is because since we don't know what's going on in our subconscious mind, everything what is happening in your 3D reality, it shows you exactly what is happening in your subconscious mind. And if you pay attention, then you will know exactly how you're thinking, how you're functioning, what is your reaction to things, when somebody says or does something, how are you reacting, how are you processing the information. And every single thought, the more you repeat that thought, it's gonna become a belief, a habit, and it's gonna be just your personality. But it doesn't need to be that way. You have to observe yourself, how you react to things. For example, my client, she was going and looking and trying to find an explanation to tell her that she's unwanted, she was left, she felt unworthy. So she was looking in social media, she was going around asking people about her ex she wanted back. And when she got an answer that it would really help her to realize that she can change all this, her mind was not happy with that. She was going and looking for advice and talking with so many people until she finally, somebody tell her a situation, but it was really unwanted. It was really the opposite of her desire, but because her mind, all she knew, it was rejection, she could get 10 favorable answers to take her to her desired ending. Her mind didn't want to accept that. But the 11th advice, it was something that it was an unfavorable with her desire. Her mind accepted that situation, and she convinced herself, her analytical mind convinced herself that this is the right path to go. So that's why I am trying to teach and to tell everybody how important is the mental diet and how important is for us to know ourselves, to pay attention on the way how we are thinking, and to pay attention that what are our actions when somebody does something to us and it's not in our favor, how we are reacting to that, how our mind processing that, and what are we doing after that it's happening. So going back to my client, once she really understands this key of everyone is you pushed out and the mental diet, and once she really started to change her actions and she started to change her reactions, and every single time, for example, maybe it's easier to understand this way. She went on the social media. She always checked the social media. I told her, if you would be that girl of your dreams who is right here and have her desire, would that girl check the social media? She said no. So I asked, why not? Because that girl knows her worth and value. That girl knows that she is irreplaceable. That girl knows that she is amazing, and doesn't matter what's happening in the social media or what kind of pictures you see or what kind of stories you see, it doesn't cover your reality. So you don't need to waste your energy and go and check on the social media. Once you embody that woman who knows her worth and value, once you embody that woman who really knows that she is loved and wanted and cherished, you would not go back to that person who is unwanted, who is not chosen, who is always a third or the fourth or the second or whatever, how many choices, but she's always the chosen one. She's always a priority. And for my client, it was a little bit of time to understand that and to start using it, because it is one thing to understand intellectually how this process is working, and it's another thing to start to implement it in your everyday life. It takes a lot of I'm sorry guys, I the word doesn't come to me. It takes a lot of devotion to stay on your mental diet. This is the work. We don't need to put in work like physical work, but us humans always think, when we talk about, oh, you have to work hard to get the money, you have to work hard for this and that. You are working hard here too, but you are working hard on your mental diet, and yes, it can be tiring and exhausting, but that's the one who will give you the result. You cannot do over and over and over the same work and get a different result. You know that saying, what Einstein said, so that would be madly insane. So if we change our way of thinking, when we observe our pattern and we start to step back, when we see something in 3D reality and we stop and said, okay, this is really unwanted, this is really gets to me, I don't know what to do with this. First of all, you have to take few deep breaths or get in a comfort zone of yourself when you feel more in peace. I know how irritated it can be. I know how agitated you can feel, but always tell yourself that I need to calm myself to be able to think straight. I need to calm myself because that's gonna give me the result and the desire where I want to be. And then once you are calm, you can use many techniques to calm yourself. Once you are a little calmer, then you let yourself go to that person you see in the end desire, and you start to embody that person who is in your end desire, and you start to make decisions with the way of that person would think who is in your end desire. And I promise you guys, if you pay attention to this, you will realize that the person who is here in the end desire and the person you are right now, it's a they are not the same. They are totally different. They would react totally different. And so your 3D reality, how to use it in your favor, is that when you see the unwanted circumstances, then you just tell yourself, okay, thank you so much. Thank you for showing me, thank yourself for showing me the 3D reality, because this is something what I created with my subconscious mind, and this is what it's mainly in my personality. This is how I think, this is how I react, this is my belief, and this is what it's creating in my 3D reality. Now, I don't like that, because I want to create something different, and my desire is totally different than what I see right now. So all I have to do is change my pattern, change my reactions. So do exactly the opposite what you did until now. You see the unwanted circumstances, you're not gonna start reacting, you're not gonna start crying, you're not gonna start calling your friends, you're not gonna talk with people, with your friends' families, you're not gonna ruminate on something what you saw, and you convince yourself, oh no, but this is truth, I'm right. Don't try to justify that you are right. You can be right so many times, but that doesn't mean it's gonna take you to your desire where you want to be. Just leave it as it is. Be grateful that you are capable to understand what it's here. It's empty and meaningless. It only has the meaning what you give to that situation, and start changing it slowly. You see the unwanted circumstances, before you reacted, you called the friends. Now you're not gonna call anybody. You're gonna calm yourself down, and you're gonna start doing little things what gives you pleasure. Anything what it gives you a little bit of happiness or calmness, or takes your mind away on what happened. For my client, it was extremely difficult to do that, but she never gave up. She was keep going. We worked it through. We talked about this. She felt back many times. I always told her, don't be discouraged about the fact that you are falling back in your old patterns. It's normal. You will have to push this through, and once you will push it through, you will get the result what you want. And then just to go back always to the topic, how to use your unwanted circumstances from 3D reality. So that was the first step. We observe what it's what it's in our 3D reality, and we start to change it thought by thought by thought. And then she start working, because everything comes hand in hand. It's just like it's like a magical wonderland when you start changing your beliefs about yourself, and you see yourself this absolutely amazing human being what you are. You are just thank yourself for your old way of thinking, for your old way of your patterns, because that old way you were before took you to the place where you are right now. And once you are watching this video and you are listening to this video and you are interested in changing your ways, that's already absolutely phenomenal, guys, to get to that point. Give yourself credit that yes, you are capable of doing this, and time doesn't matter, and every circumstances, it's, as I said, empty and meaningless. Just observe them, observe your pattern, and understand, okay, now I'm going to change this in my favor. And step by step, when you are changing it, guys, everything is gonna start becoming your desired reality. My client was working on this pretty hard. She had, for her it took about a few months to work it through, but it was not like she didn't see any improvement in those few months. She stopped checking the 3D, not the 3D reality, sorry guys. She stopped checking the social media. She stopped checking WhatsApp. My client was going every 3-4 minutes on the phone, checking and analyzing and figuring and try to manipulate, putting out stories, putting out selfies, putting out situations, trying to manipulate people around her that she knew she gonna get the results temporarily. Because make it as a note for yourself. You are always manifesting. Even when you are in luck, you are manifesting. Getting back your ex or your SP, getting your SP, you can manifest it even when you are in a luck. You're just not gonna keep it. My client, it was in exactly the same situation. She got that specific person back multiple times, but it always went back to the same old. Why? Because she never changed her pattern. She never changed the way how she was thinking. She never changed her beliefs. So it was always getting to the same ending. And she was getting tired of this. And of course, it was very frustrating and not very appealing. And once she started changing her pattern, as I said, first it was social media, and that was a hard one for her, but she did it. And as soon as she stopped checking the social media and used that time, every single time she wanted to check the social media, she said, no, I'm better than that, because I am wanted. I am absolutely amazing. A woman with my worth would never even bother to check the social media. Why would I? I am irreplaceable. I intend for him to see that how absolutely amazing I am. And we start to build a story together around every single unwanted situations. And when you're gonna start to do that, guys, you will see things are changing. And for my client, it was the same too. As soon as she stopped the social media, it's somehow, you stop that energy, that chasing mode of yours. You are not chasing anymore. You are not wanting with force to change things, and all of that energy came back to her, and her SP, her ex, out of the blue, first just sent a message to her, and then she replied kindly, but not jumping on it, that now everything is going to happen and I want it now. I want everything to happen right now. She was calm because she knew she doesn't need to rush. We worked through that pattern as well, because she had that pattern that I need to rush it in and I want it now. What if somebody's gonna take him? What if a third party is gonna come in the picture? So and I told her, that person in your end desire, is she worrying about the third party? She said no. Exactly, I said. So you don't need to rush. You don't let that guy breathe. He doesn't owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything. Even if you are in a 10-year relationship, nobody owes you anything. When you learn this, it's a magic. You will not have expectations. Everything will just come to you because you just know that amazing feeling that you are absolutely wonderful, and you will see that everything around you, as I said, it's gonna become a magic wonderland in your reality. And they do not have a choice. They do not have the free will in your reality, but showing you what it's your desire, showing you your worth and value. Everything, every single intention you will have toward yourself from them to give you, it's gonna be just like magic, and it's gonna start showing for you day by day, minute by minute. And as for my client as well, she was an absolute success story. She took it step by step. When she realized that she is reacting to something in her 3D reality, she went back in the beginning. She understand, okay, this is just showing me what is happening in my past. I'm going to change that because that old pattern, it's not taking me to where I wanted to be. And she did the work, she did the mental diet, and they are back with her ex. They are in an absolutely different relationship they used to have before, this on and off, on and off, on and off. Now they are in a really nice romantic and committed relationship. And my client has a lot of anxiety, a lot of unwanted circumstances. And guys, I'm here to tell you that everything is possible, and it's you who needs to do this work. If you need help with that, I am here to help you. And I just want to encourage you that everything is possible, and you are capable of doing this. Once you understand how things are working, everything, it becomes a magic. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.